Today I am sitting down with one of my favorite Fittbra success stories. She's gone through our weight loss phase, our reverse diet, and lifestyle phase, and lost 45.2 pounds and is now training for her very first marathon this February, which is such a full circle moment. So I actually want you to hear her story in her own words. So Cathy, thank you so much for doing this for me. So I'm going to get started with the questions. Before starting Fittbra, what was your relationship with food and your body like?
Yeah, I feel like for sure back then I remember that I was eating like the white rice and I was eating like all of these different types of foods that I thought they were healthy, but I think the only problem was I wasn't sure about the portion. And so sometimes I just never understood why I thought I was eating healthy, but until I joined Fitbro, that's when I actually understood, oh, this is what the portion's supposed to look like. This is what my body actually needs. So I think that's something for sure that I learned a lot and that I really loved about it too.
Awesome. So, what had you tried in the past that didn't work or maybe didn't last?
I want to say so back in the past, I did see a lot of things on like the fat burners and a lot of different like diet pills that people can go on. And so I did try those. I didn't see much difference, and it was probably the way that I was eating. I was trying these pills, I was taking them like they said, I think it was like one in the morning and one at night, and I just didn't see any difference. So those were like a few little things that I tried, but didn't work out for me.
What finally made you decide it was time to do something different?
I would say for sure once I tried like taking different diet pills, taking like the fat burners, trying different classes, even CrossFit and things like that, I just never saw a difference. So I finally sat down with myself and I was like, what can I do? So that's when I started to research more about nutrition and how it can be healthier. I remember the first time I was like, what are some nutrition places around me? And Fitroll was the first one that popped up in my Google research. So I'm so glad that I clicked on it and I filled out the form.
Awesome. When you first started, what were your initial goals?
First starting, initial goals. I do remember I told you I wanted to be at a certain weight. I never thought I could hit that weight just because I have never been that weight before. And then it just was so crazy to me how we hit that weight so fast. And then we even ended up changing my goal on I want to do a little bit more just because it was so easy at first. So for sure, a goal for me at first was the weight, but then realizing it was so easy, I for sure wanted to continue and see what else I can accomplish.
Yeah, I think I actually remember that you were like, okay, I just want to lose like 20 pounds. And then you got that super quick and you're like, wait, I think I want to lose 10 more. And then it just, okay, wait, okay, I can do five more. I can do five more.
I
Um,
know.
so you ended up losing 45.2 pounds, which is incredible. What do you think made this time different from other attempts?
I for sure want to say the meetings helped a lot. Just being able to meet with you in the mornings, being able to also communicate with you on, for example, I didn't know that it was okay for me for sometimes to be a little bit not on my goal, but that's okay because, weight fluctuates. And so that's something that I had to learn and that I had to communicate with you is this okay? Like I thought I always had to lose weight every single time. But yeah, we kind of just understood that weight fluctuates throughout time. And so that really worked out for me. And yeah.
Awesome. How did having that structure and accountability change the way that you showed up for yourself?
For sure, it's really nice to have a support person, especially because I've talked to friends about it, talked to family about it, and sometimes they're like, "Oh, you shouldn't be so hard on yourself." But this is something that I really wanted to do. So having someone that actually wants to be there with me, wants to help me throughout the time, I thought was very supportive. So that really helped a lot.
What surprised you most during the weight loss phase?
At first, prep week, that worked wonders. I never knew, I didn't even hear about it whenever I first joined um on Fittbra. So I think the first week for sure, just being able to lose so much weight at first and also being able to do that as well, which is crazy to me.
Everyone always gets so surprised with the prep phase, that's for
Yes.
sure. So a lot of people think nutrition coaching means eating only chicken and veggies forever. What was
Mhm.
your experience?
That is not true, actually. So I still have my protein pancakes. So I still have my sweets. I think for sure a lot of it, what has to do is balance. I still follow my regular plan on what we stayed on last time on this is how many proteins you need to have. This is how many carbs you need to have. And there is times that there's a birthday party, and that's okay. You can have a slice of cake, but just make sure that you know what you're eating throughout the whole day. And so just being able to plan that out throughout the day, I think is very helpful. And then you helping, yeah, I remember you always helped me during Christmas time and Thanksgiving when it came. So that for sure helped a lot, just being able to plan out.
Yeah. I remember there is like this one month where you have, I think it's August, where you have like birthdays
Yes.
back to back to back. And, planning in tamales and pizza
Yeah,
and knowing that it's okay. We just need to, balance out the day. And
right.
so, yeah, you definitely didn't just eat chicken and veggies the entire time. Um,
Yes.
let's see. So, what did having a coach mean for you when it came to flexibility, real life, and sustainability?
Yeah, at first I was a little bit nervous, just because I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to fit our schedules together, but you were very flexible. Good thing I was also flexible. And I feel like even though I did have to change a meeting, you were always there and you were always there through email, through text message. I know I think there are sometimes that I needed to text you on the weekends and I would still text you and you would respond back. So that is the really great part of having a nutrition coach, just that they're always honestly there for you, even if it's not like through Zoom, they'll like you'll answer. So that was a really nice part.
So a lot of people are scared of reverse dieting. What was your mindset going on into that phase?
Yeah, I was a little bit scared too. I was honestly scared of just gaining on my weight back. That was my number one fear. But I mean, I've done my like I how we did our plan. Everything's been fine. I am still at a very good weight where I want to be. So I think just being able to understand that you have to adjust your body throughout different phases of the plan, and that really just helps out through the whole time.
What did you learn about fueling your body when you started eating more intentionally?
When I started eating more intentionally, I would say I actually just didn't like the fast food anymore. I didn't like different type of items like that. I like more nutrition stuff. And so I really do feel like that changed a lot my perspective on food. You kind of just notice this is really good food, being able to eat salads and different kinds like this. And I know some people always say salads are boring, but there's a way to make them, different, like they won't taste so boring anymore. Like
Yeah.
once you know the difference between them, I think it's really nice to be able to eat healthy and clean.
Or how did your energy and strengths and even your metabolism change once we moved into the reverse diet?
Energy for sure. I feel a lot better than what I did before even starting Fitbra. I think this has been like the most active, the most competitive I've probably been ever. And I love it. I love to be able to not feel tired all the time. I love to be able to just be out there all the time. So I think that's something that also did change and was I was really happy about.
So looking back, why do you think that the reverse diet phase was so important for your long-term success?
I think for sure I needed to figure out how to balance out my body. I think that is an important part, and especially how you coach it through the time as well. I think that's also really important to understand that, things are okay. like even if you're off a diet and you're starting a new lifestyle now, like things are gonna be okay.
How has your confidence changed, not just physically, but mentally?
Oof, it has changed so much. I know some people are always like, you look so great, and I'm like now I actually do feel like that. I know back then like people would tell me you look great, but now it's actually the time that I feel really great. I feel very active. Um, yeah, it's just been amazing so far.
So now that you're training for your first marathon, how does that journey or how does that feel after this journey?
After this journey, I feel very confident. I for sure looked up our notes that we wrote. I do remember you know, even though I know for a marathon you have to eat a lot of different carbs, because you get more tired once you start running a lot more. But it doesn't have to be carbs like bread all the time. I switch it off and I eat like sweet potatoes, or I eat more of a healthier carb throughout the time. And so that's really helped me balance out eating more carbs or during the marathon training. So it's been really good.
And do you think that you'd be able to train at this level without the nutrition foundation that you built?
I do not think so. No, I probably, if I did not build this foundation, I would probably still keep looking at different videos on Instagram or on Facebook, trying to figure out like what can I eat. But now that you actually help us, or you help me with the nutrition list that you provide. And from there, I kind of look at it all the time and I'm like, okay, let me see what I can eat, or let me see what I can fit into my day. And so that's been really helpful for sure.
So, what results matter most to you now beyond the number on the scale?
Back then, it was the number on the scale that really did matter to me, but I feel like now it's just so much more than that. I've just been able to do so many things. Like for example, the marathon, which is something I've always thought about, but I just never thought I would do it. I remember I would run and my knees would start hurting, and but now I that went away. I guess it was because of my weight loss. Like all of that went away when I run. I feel amazing. I don't get tired. I just have a lot more energy, so it feels really good.
How has this journey changed what you believe that you're capable of?
Ooh. Um, this one was for sure challenging for me. I remember when I was younger, I would always think about, oh, maybe one day I will look like a supermodel. And once I actually started this journey and I started seeing the results, I don't know, I felt more in love with myself. I felt more confident. I it's just I used to not like to shop out and pick out for clothes because, sometimes you go to the store and you can't find something that fits you. But now I go to the store and everything fits. So it's like small things like that that just make me so happy, and I'm always so grateful that I joined Fitbra.
Would you recommend working with Fittbra to someone who's on the fence?
Yes, I do. I think Fitbra was for sure my last choice of where I wanted to go, just because I did try everything. I tried the diet pills, I tried weight loss pills, and different items, and this was for sure my last resort. And so I'm so glad that I found it, and I accomplished it. So it's really, really good. So I do recommend for sure for anyone that is struggling to lose weight. I think nutrition for sure will help so much.
Do you think that this program or who do you think this program is perfect for and why?
I would say that anyone who is actually ready to lose weight, or to even if they're doing a competition, if they're training for something, or if they're just ready to change that part of their life into just becoming a healthier person, I would for sure recommend this for them. It's for sure a challenge, but it's one of the challenges that you will be the happiest person at the end of the challenge. Like it's something that you do for yourself. So I think that's something that's just so amazing.
So last question. If you ever had a different goal in the future, would you come back and work with Fittbra again?
I would for sure. I know right now I'm doing the marathon training. I do maybe in the future want to do more training. I also would like to. I know Fitbra has a lot of different programs on, for example, toning up or things like that. So that is something for sure that I want to look at in the future, to see how you can help me and how we can accomplish those goals. Because it's for sure different when you're doing it by yourself and when you have someone that is always there to support you.
So this is what we mean when we say it's not just about weight loss. It's about building a body and mindset that can support real life, long-term health, and even big goals like a marathon.